Welcome. So about to explain something for you that's quite important. So I'm just waiting for people to tune in here because I experienced something. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna identify a short or a long position or no trades based on the opening range breakout plus 15 points confirmation. Once I have identified the direction for the market and I see there is a possibility for us to make, 200 points or more, that could also be 100 points, then I'm going to go in that direction. I'm going to explain my mindset. I'm going to explain my overall thought process behind it. I'm going to explain why I take this trade, and then I'll just head out and just leave it there. This is going to be the new thing. Okay, so instead of scalping, taking 10, 15, 20 trades when you're not able to follow and you're not really able to understand what's going on, I'm going to do this instead, okay? Because this is an experiment, and I deposit funds in here to show you what's really possible. It doesn't make sense that I'm turning 20k to like 75k and you're not. So that's why this account here is going to be only for live trading. All the trades I take here, it's only going to be trades we're taking together. Okay, so took out 55k yesterday, so this account is again $20,000 starting balance. So I'm gonna grow this to a couple 100k or even more. You could follow me with a funder account, you could follow me with a live account, a demo account, and you could see how I trade. Okay, today I want to see if we're gonna break below the 250. Then I'll like to short the market back to the previous lows of 850. Okay, so I might not target 850, I might only target 900, but we still have 350 points in upside, and then I will risk maybe 50 points on this one here. So I'm targeting 350 points, I'm risking 50 points. Okay, I haven't set anything up yet, but this is a 7-hour risk to reward, so I need to get confirmation before I do something. Okay, so let's just make that super clear. But I think that's much easier. So one trade a day, keeping things extremely seriously and very simple. And I'm just letting you know of how much I'm risking in percentage wise, how much I'm going in with, and you should see if you could risk the same percentage. That's what I do. You don't have to, but that's what I am doing personally. So if I say I'm risking 1% of this trade, I'm trying to gain 7%. There's no reason you're risking 5% and then you're closing out with 10% profit. I mean, see if you can kind of like risk the same. To me, this looks like a potential short opportunity. I would like to start going short with 5. I can always add to this one later here, but to me, this is a short opportunity. Okay, on this one here, I will risk 1%. So that will be $200 for this account here. I also have other live accounts where I'm taking the same trade, but this one here will be risking the 200. So that's 40 points. I'm target 350 points. Actually 340 points because I'm about to short it here at 240. We can get back to 250 or 256. That's where I would really like to enter a short. If that's not possible, then I would enter it when we break below 225. But if we get back to 56, then I will target 350 points. So I'm targeting 900. Okay, this is a short setup that I'm about to set up. You have to click stop, SL and TPN, move your stop loss and move your take profit, but adjust it. So I say 40 points. So if I enter short at 57, my stop loss for this one here is going to be at 300. Okay, so if your chart is saying something different, fine, but just make sure it's 40 points above where we enter. Okay, so I will start placing a short here. It looks very weak to me. I'm placing a short here. It's currently trading at 37, and as you can see, I have my stop loss this time here at 80 So why do I have this at 80? So I'm risking 40 points. So I went in, I'm short, I'm targeting the lows. So right now I'm trading with a risk to reward of 150 multiplied with 40. You keep asking if I'm short. Yes, I'm short. Very simple, right? So it's an 8.75 risk to reward. So if I get stopped out, fine, I can accept that and I will, work with that. So we could see here in a shorter time frame that the market is kind of like pushing back. UK is also holding quite strong. DAX might also come back, but we couldn't care less. We're holding a short. We have a stop loss in place. The reason why I'm short is because we went below and we're still trading below. Okay. So I expect the market to correct itself and then come back. If we look at a 4-hour time frame, we had the same setup over here where the market came back and it went up again and then it sold off again. We could see it right here. It actually went down, it went up again, and then it sold off. So I'm expecting selling pressure today. It's not that I do not want to target the lows, but we also have to be realistic. So 350 points for me is more than enough, okay? So if this can work out, this is amazing. If this is not working out, it is what it is, but I want to keep it simple. So I don't want to take your time. I want to keep my life trading simple. I'm using my strategy. I follow my principles. Everything is in place. Everything is in order. So now I'm going to explain when I'm going to move my stop loss to break even, okay? So once we hit 150, okay? So once we hit 150, on this one here, I have to be up with 90 points. Then I'll move my stop loss to break even and I'll just let it run to my target. Right now, and I will let you know if I'm closing before, but I'm not letting you know if I move my stop loss. I'll just do it, okay? So then you're just aware of that. So you can add an alert if you want, but you really don't have to. You're risking 1% and that's fine, okay? So if it's really coming back to here and it's gaining everything back, that's super rare. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying I will look at the market. That's my job. I'll take a look what's going on. And if I see there is a risk where I see this market is going to turn, I'll just let you know if I am personally closing the short. So if I'm closing my position, right now I'm short, it's coming a little bit back here. That's normal that after 10 minutes it's pushing up again. UK is pushing up here on a shorter time frame. Again, I'm not saying this will work out at all. I'm not saying that this is going to be the setup. There's a chance that this is going to sell off. If this is first going to take this out and take these highs out, it could come back to an all-time high. That's why I do not want to risk it and sit here if I want to keep it very simple for you. So I'm not letting you know if I move stop loss. I will let you know once I'm closing it, once I exit the position. So once I get hit my TP, I'll text you in Discord, hey, I closed my short position for a profit of XYZ. Okay, so that's it. No more for me now. I want to keep it very simple to test this out if this could give you some value and help you. Okay, I expect to be right probably 40 to 45% of the time. Very good 50% of the time. And if I'm right, 50% of the time, 5 out of 10, and I'm making 8 times more. So in this case here, I'm making 8%. Then I will have a 40% wins and I will have losing of 5%. So I'm winning 35%. So I can have win rate. So I could be right 30% 3 times out of 10 times. And I can still make a hell lot of money, okay? So again, it might push up. I have to respect it. I have to accept it. If I get stopped out, I don't trade more for today. Okay, that was it for me now, and I'll see you later for new work sessions. I'm holding this setup to see if this could help you out. Okay, it might not be a good trade, but that's it. I'm using the opening range breakout. So we went below. We are in a downtrend on a shorter time frame. I know it's kind of like tricky, and I could place a stop loss at 300. I actually might consider doing this on the first trade I take here. just so I don't get stopped out, because the market could try to push itself back to maybe 300 or even come above. Why? So there's different things here coming in today. So the market is awaiting big news from the FOMC, a rate decision, and it's also waiting. Let's see if there's other information coming in. So not really, but we have some news coming in. It already came in. That's actually great. Yeah, so it's not a lot. We just have federal funds rates and FOMC statements and FOMC press conference. So not a lot going on. So currently down on this one here, 20 points. I could consider moving it, but then I'm risking a little bit more, but I'm also targeting like 8.7%, and I'll let it run. So I could consider moving my stop loss down, because yesterday we saw actually the same. So at opening, we could see here, this is opening. At opening, it actually sold up as we saw today, and then it went up from the opening to high, from 366 to 430. So it actually went up 25. No, it actually went up 35 points plus 26, so 30 plus 30, so that's 65 points. So if it went up 65 points from the lows of the opening to the highs, we could potentially see that. So what is the lows? That's 20. So if I plus it with 65 plus, there could be some stop loss, that's 90. So I think the right stop loss for this one here could potentially be 305, I think. I might consider doing this. Okay, I'll move my stop loss to 305, and I will hold it 305. Just worst case. But I'm moving, once I see it's gonna sell below 217, and I see it's gonna come below 150, so below 149, I'll move my stop loss to 216, the lower week for the first 15-minute opening. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I would like to do. But again, moving my stop loss not to break even, but to the lower week once we break 150, and I'm target 889. Okay, so that's why I moved my stop loss, because I was actually expecting this today. We see that all the time. The market is about to open, or we see these weeks where there is like a difference of like 100 points. This is not 100 points, but this is almost. Okay, so holding short here, not doing anything more. That was 15 minutes. Let's see if there's gonna come some progress. I think if I have my stop loss at 75 or 73, that I maybe will get stopped out and have a fake out. And I really don't want to do that. That could be the first 15 minutes that I could get stopped out if I did move my stop loss. Once I see this is going to sell below 250 again and come below 230, then you're more than welcome if you want to move your stop loss back. But keep it simple. There's no reason you're moving your stop loss, or you're waiting for me, or you're waiting for anything. The trade is already set. This is opening range breakout, lower lows. The week is lower. The trend is pointing down. There's no reason you're waiting for me to move stop loss to here and to tell you to close it. It will close automatically. So do not do anything. I can just upload this trade for you here, but do not do anything. That's the most important. You see how smart this was? This is my short setup for DAX. One open push. Risking, so I'm risking probably 65 points to make 350 points. Remember, this is what you learn from. I think we have got stopped out if we didn't move the stop loss. I think it was very smart. There's no reason for me to really move stop loss back. I'm just gonna hold it here, keep it simple, and thank you for today's morning session.